Hey everyone, so this is the first time I'll be doing a recording on my computer. I think I mentioned in a tweet, if you're not following me, that's fine, whatever. It's not that important to be really honest. But I mentioned it that my son, as a Christmas gift, had been working on a computer tower for me. We got it up and running, and we've been fiddling around with it a little bit together to get to the point where I could actually use it for stuff like this instead of I have a Chromebook that I use for like work and stuff. And well, Chromebook doesn't really work very well for me for recording. But now, here we go. So this is going to be the start of a kind of like a new series. It's another review, and I shared a picture of it on Twitter a little bit to kind of give a preview of what I was going to be doing. But it involves these. This is a Kyutama. And they're small, not as big as the actual ones. It's another Sentai series that I'll be reviewing because, well, giant mechs. I love my giant mechs. And this one was a fun one. So this is Kyu the Dance. Tama Tama, Kyu Kyu, Kyu Kyu, Tama Tama. So they ended up changing the dance later in the series because they didn't like the hip thrust as much, and so for the second half of the series they kind of changed how they did the dance. But this was the dance that I saw that made me go, what the hell am I watching? And I'll watch some more of it. I actually watched this whole series. I quite enjoyed the series itself. This is a review of the series, so I'm not going to be talking about it too much. I'm just going to be talking about the Zords and reviewing them themselves. So we're going to get to that in just one second. Like I said, So we're going to be looking at these. These are our first set of Zords, the first 5, that will make KyuRenOh. We've got Shishi Reds, Shishi Voyager. We've got Chameleon Greens, Chameleon Voyager. This is, where'd it go? Kajiki Yellows, Kajiki Voyager. This is the wolf. Where'd the wolf go? Ookami Blue, Ookami Voyager. And this is Oushi, Oushi? I can't pronounce it right. Oushi. Oushi Blacks, Oushi Voyager. Now, the theme for this Sentai series, for Uchu Sentai Kyuranger, which basically roughly translates to Space Squadron 9 Ranger, is constellations in space. It opens up with when people shed tears after the galaxy falls into the hands of the heartless. 9 saviors chosen by the Kyutama, the Kyurangers, will save the galaxy. So yeah, so that gives you an idea of what we're looking at. Alright, so there are actually 88 Kyutama, which are the little globe things. We'll look at those in just one second. And this is Kyutama 1 for Shishi Voyager. Ookami is Kyutama 3. Chameleon is 7. Kajiki is 9. And Oushi is 5. So we don't even have the first 5. It's, a different number. And that's kind of how they decide on how the Zord is going to be named. So this will be KyuRenOh 1579. I missed one, didn't I? 3. So KyuRenOh 13579. So they name them off by the thing. So that should give you an idea of the fact that there's going to be a lot of different formations you could do, because you could do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 6, 7, 8. Depending on, as long as they're a limb piece, because there will be a couple other Zords besides this one. So let's go ahead and look at the Kyutama. So I was trying to focus it here a little bit. That's okay. So there is a lion's face in there. And on the other side, there is, let me see if I can't get it to show through there. Is the Shishi Red Ranger. So on the original toy, what would happen is it has this part, which it does spin on this. And let me see if you can hear the click real quick. Oh, you can't. I tried to put it up next to the mic, see if you can hear the click. But it does kind of thoop then. It just, right? So on the original toy, what would happen is there would be inside some of the constellation, and then you would turn the thing on the front, and it would finish the picture, and you would have the full constellation, and then you'd be able to see the Ranger on the back. So number 1 is for the constellation Leo. So, you know, it's a lion. All right, and then let's go to number 3, which is Blue Ranger. Blue Ranger is a wolf, and you can see there's a wolf's face in there, and on the back is the Blue Ranger. Gosh, it doesn't want to show up on this one at all. There is a Ranger in there. It's too dark, and my camera keeps trying to brighten it up. But yeah, so same thing. You know, so there's the wolf. All right, and next would be Oushi. Number 5 is the bull. This is probably not going to show up. Well, that shows up really nice. So you got the Taurus constellation. By the way, this is the Lupus constellation, or the wolf. This is the Taurus constellation, or the bull. And yeah, he doesn't want to show up at all, really, but he's in there. All right, next we have Chameleon, which is number 7. This is the Chameleon constellation, which I was hoping for a better name, but that is actually the constellation name, is Chameleon. And then we have Kajiki, which is a swordfish, and that is actually the Dorado constellation, which is the dolphin fish constellation, but it can actually be considered a swordfish constellation. So normally it's called the dolphin fish constellation. Ooh, he showed up really well. So yeah. All right, so let's go ahead and look at the Zords now. Push these out of the way. So this is our first Zord. This is Red Ranger's Shishi Voyager. And on the show, these are your part of your henshin device or your transformation device. This is how they call the Zords. Everything is done using the Q-Tama, and they have like a Q gun kind of deal, and you know, depending which way you turn it, it would do different things. But this is Shishi Voyager. So this is the top. It has some nice detail. Very cool, you know, kind of circuitry looking stuff. Green eyes. Most of the coloring detail is, of course, stickers. Bottom. Nothing too major. The full DX toy does have lights and sound, but because I collect Minipla, like I've said in the past, this does not have any lights or sound. This is what you see, what you get kind of deal. So he doesn't do too much. Like, you can open the mouth a little bit, and that's about it. These move if you want them to. Doesn't do anything. They just move. Let's see here. Let's look at the bowl next. So this is the bowl. Head turns. Oh, sorry. Head turns. Which it does in the original toy as well. You can make it look up. And that's about it. And then we'll look at the Wolfie. The wolf, same thing. Head turns. Looks up. You can move the legs. Doesn't really do much for you if you move the legs. They basically fly through space like this anyways. It's kind of silly. Swordfish. You can move that up. Because it's Minipla, this is plugged in, so you can turn that. You can turn these. Yeah. And this is actually a play feature with this one. So we'll get into what connects to these in just one second. I just want to look at the Zords first. This is Chameleon. This is actually one of my favorite for being as small as it is. It's got, you know, nice green, which is probably why. This is a female Ranger Zord, actually. I think she's one of the first green female Rangers, too. This comes out if you can get your hand in it. But because I have fat fingers, I can't. Come on, you. I promise this does come out. 1 second. Alright, I'm back. I've got something to pull it out with. Maybe. Hopefully. Come on. There. Doesn't come out very far. But this is supposed to be like the chameleon's tongue. So, bloop, little action feature it has that my poor fingers can't work because they're too big. But yeah, I like this. They don't have concurrent stickers on both sides, which is also kind of cool. So, alright, so then what you do is when the Rangers, you know, get in their Zords, you actually connect the Q-Tama to the Zord. and that's why the Rangers are in them. So Shishi's connects there, and Kajiki connects here. I believe like this. And then we take Green Ranger, and we connect that. So there's a space there for it to kind of rest in. And then we take black, and we connect it with the Ranger facing up, like that. And we do the same thing with the wolf. You can kind of see that there is very similar like setups kind of deal to these, and the reason why is even though the Zords can actually limb swap, move these a little closer, they're meant to usually go in one formation. So to get this into KyuRenOh, we're going to take and stand him up and flip around the arms like this and like this, and we're going to Seiza docking. Yes, that is what they say. They say Seiza. I don't remember what that translates to, but Seiza docking. All right, so to get him fully ready, flip down the face. Do that. I don't know how well I can get the face to show up on this camera. Oh, no. I got to get this a little bit better camera later, but for now, this works. So we're going to connect Kajiki to here. And we're going to connect the Chameleon after we do this. The Chameleon, we got to take the legs and put them down. Then we connect the Chameleon to here. Like that. And let's go ahead and move the camera up a little bit. And to get these guys ready, we're going to put the bull head up. And we're going to take and put that down. And it connects to this leg. And do the same thing here. Head up, feet down. And then clip it on. As you can see, there's only one way they can clip on, because they have this ring here that finishes up the whole outer ring portion of this guy. There we go. Then we can just do this and stand him up. There we go. KyuRenOh. KyuRenOh 13579. If I remember correctly, let me check. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. Yeah, 13579. Now, at first I was like, oh, he doesn't have any weapon, right? Because basically he shoots him. But if you really wanted to, you can kind of use that as a sword. Turn it. But that's not how he works. So, because this is Minipla, there is something we can do. We can actually extend this and then plug it back in. Right, and that gives him elbows. This is why I like my Miniplas, because I can do stuff like this and get stuff like elbows. I'll turn this so I can plug it in without it going back in. Minipla has this and turns. The regular Zord doesn't have elbows, you just have this. Ha! 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 But because he's Minipla, he has all kinds of stuff. I can turn this part of the head. The regular one, you can only turn the top half, which is how you get the face down. Right, so it goes like this. And then you rotate that. And then flip down the head. Right? So, there are some stuff I can do with this that you can't do with the full-size one. Like, I don't believe these extend, but I can check. Yeah, that's it. But I could do something like this. And, you can turn the foot that way. And it has a little bit of a pivot here. And it has a knee. Whee! So you can get some pretty good poses with these Minipla line. As you can see, there's actually other, connection points. Stand up, you. There we go. There are other connection points. Here and here, some on the back. Those will actually come into hand later. This is not for this point just yet. This is your basic form. This is, like I said, KyuRenOh 13579. The full DX toy, like I said, has lights and sounds, so it'll make like a little sound, and then as you plug things in and you hit it again, these all light up, which is really cool. I wish I could do that with the Minipla, but that is not possible. So this is our Minipla. Let us go ahead and pull over. Let's see here for size comparison. Let's do this. Lego minifig. So I guess you could display them together, but they wouldn't really, you know, scale if you're going for scale. But you could build some little Lego mini city or whatever. Let's go ahead and tilt this up just a little bit so it looks a little nicer. There we go. Now it's straight. So yeah, so this is KyuRenOh. I quite like this guy. He actually has one form that I like to display the most, and that'll actually be a little bit later. But yeah, so first, like I said, really cool. I love the little like action poses you can get with the Minipla line, which is a big reason why I collected them over the DX, besides just size issues, because... But yeah, so I collected the Minipla because they're about half the size of the full range, maybe a little less, and they have the great posability. I love it. So this is what we got here. This is the beginning of the series. Like I said, I'm not really going to talk about the show too much, but I'm going to talk about these Zords. I think this Zord looks excellent. Goes great with my other Zords. Let's see here. Let's pull over. I haven't reviewed him yet. I will actually review this one at some point. This is Kyurager's Zord. Yeah, so I mean, it displays well with other Zords. It looks nice. So, well, yeah, here you go. I am going to go ahead and go off, and there's not really too much you can do with these guys until you get more of them. Like I said, you can play with them. They're fun to play with. I love the Kyutama. I love the fact, like, you can't really see them too well in here, but each one of them has a ranger in there, which is a really cool touch to me. It's really nice to be able to actually see the rangers in their vehicles. You usually don't get to see that too often. You know, you don't lose any of the cool detailing. So you still got some of it on the back there. Yeah, so that's about it for this. The next one, I'll actually be looking at the Sasori and the... Yeah, I think next time we'll be just looking at one guy and showing... Oh, you know what? I almost forgot. I kept saying that you could do it, but you can... Oh, come on, you. Connect these guys up. They're limb swaps. So, I don't want to forget to do that, actually. Because I want to show you. Oh, take this off. These things plug in really well. I'm actually quite happy with that one. So you can swap... Oh, caught it. Swap the limbs around. There we go. So, let me see here. Where is... There it is. So let's go ahead and get these guys ready for other limmies. So for this one, turn it like this, and you put the face up. And now she's a leg. We can just pop her on here. Alright, and for yellow, we're going to just turn this like that. Pop yellow back on, and connect them up here. So yeah, there's actually a lot of fun play you can have with these. This series as well. And let's see here, if I remember correctly, I haven't used these guys as limbs too often. I think it goes like this. Like this, maybe? Will it fit on like this? No, so it has to go like this. Okay. And then you turn the head like that. And we take the bowl, and we're going to put the bowl boy on. There is, turn the head, one issue I have with some of this. So now he's got tiny little, tiny little legs. This guy does not miss arm day, right? But leg day he skips out on. Skips legs. Ha. Yeah. So the arms in this mode aren't as posable. You can still turn them a little bit, but they don't have, you know, you can't pull it out and have an elbow. But, you know, you can still wolf. So yeah, so you can switch the limbs around, and he still stands really well, which is nice. You know, he's got nice stable feet, because that pops out as a heel. He's not too top heavy. You can get some pretty good poses still with this. So, I mean, if you really wanted to, you could do it this way. I prefer these guys as arms, just because chicken leg KyuRenOh is not my jam. But yeah. So here we go. That's now it for sure. Now I've shown you the limb swap you can do. So, I mean, you could use this as a leg, and this one as a leg, and, you know, swap around, that kind of stuff. But yeah. So, this is KyuRenOh. This is part 1 of the Oushi Sentai Kyurangers, or Super Sentai Kyuranger, our Super Space Squadron guys, right? So, yeah. Alright, guys. So, I'm going to go, and KyuRenOh and I are going to go get his legs beefed up. As I've said before, the most difficult part of having Minipla is they're a little bit fiddly. You know, it's easy to pull them apart sometimes, but because of that, it's also easy to put them back together, which is great. You know, it's not a toy meant for a little kid. It is definitely a toy meant for, you know, your older guys. Maybe, I would say maybe 8 and up is what I would suggest, depending on, you know, how well the kids take care of their stuff. Yeah. So here we go. KyuRenOh 15397. I think that's how you're supposed to number them. I don't remember. Well, yeah. So here we go. This is our first KyuRenOh form. We'll be looking at. I'm not sure who I want to do next week. I might just do a grab bag because I've got a bunch of Kyutama here. And they all belong to different people. Well, not all. I do have, while we're here, let's see, not Sasori. Where's my other? There it is. I do actually have another Red Ranger one. In this one, the face is all snarly on one side, right? So it's like an attack. And then just the regular lion face, and so no Ranger. This came with, let me see here. Where's my box? Here's my box. In order to get all the figures, I had to end up getting 2 KyuRenOhs. So I have 2. And one of them came with a different Kyutama. I think I got the Pink Ranger Zord with this one. Along with, I don't remember who else. But this is how I got some of the other Zords was with him. I can't remember who, because this KyuRenOh came with these, and then he came with, I think, pink and an orange, sky blue, and I don't remember. Oh no, gold, silver, orange, and pink. That's what he came with. Gold, silver, orange, and pink. Yeah. So there's a reason why it's called 9 Ranger, even though there are actually more than 9 Rangers. And we are going to go ahead and cut the film off here. I've made it long enough. I'm enjoying this series. I love the mechs. You know, we can... Animal attack. Yeah. Alright, guys. We're going to go. I'm going to QQ Tamatama QQ my way off the screen. Boop, 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 boop. you'll see what that is in the video when you look. Because I'm recording this before I put it all together, of course. Alright, guys. Have a good one. Be good, be safe, all that kind of fun stuff. Like, subscribe, comment. I think I will do probably Transformers is my next one. There's a Transformer I'd like to review. So we'll see. Anyways, I'm really going to go this time. I'm just kind of rambling now. Love you. Be safe. All that fun stuff. Bye.